5's Chad Petrie has the story.
When you get a fast food meal, no one expects to be called a little ugly dude.
We get the receipt and I looked at it.
MICAH Beats.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go. Just another day.
MICAH
I forgot that. Turn off the loop on the track. Just another day on the couch, talking about all the problems of today. Welcome back to another episode of Just Therapy. It is another beautiful Monday evening, y'all, and it is July. So Cancer Gang in the building, baby. Let's go. Oh, I'm so excited. Y'all just don't know. Cancer Gang in the building. You already know who I am. I'm your host, comedian Sean Boyd. And as always, you know who I'm joined by, the co-host with the mostest in the building, Miss BBC. What up, sis? What's going on?
Greetings, my loves. Greetings, Couches. What's up, bro? What's going on with you?
You know what it is. You know, being blessed, loving life. Another beautiful day above ground. Can't complain. I'm sitting outside with the fresh air. My real co-host, Lil Mama, is with her mom, so I ain't gotta leave me alone. I'm on the, I ain't gotta do all that today. So it is what it is. It's a beautiful day. And we here. Hopefully your work Monday didn't go off too crazy, but we are here to end your work Monday night with some therapy on the couch. And listen, real quick, big shout out to last week guest Tsunami with a small T.
Tsunami, always bringing the vibes.
Make sure you check that out. It was a great episode. She family, so she cool in the motherfucker. We had some great conversation last week. If y'all missed it, y'all better go back and watch it or listen to it. Y'all know what it is. But what's up with you, Miss BBC? What's going on, sis?
Everything is everything. A whole lot, little bit of something, a whole lot of nothing.
Okay, that's what's up. Well, we have another exciting show for you today. I'm excited. I just met this dude today. In the first 30 seconds, we start vibing right away, instant connection. So I'm pumped. Yes, I'm pumped because Cancer Gang in the building, baby. Listen, he already a good friend of mine. He is one half of the podcast Thoughts and Visions, and I am excited to have him on. Make some noise for T Moore in the building. What up, man?
What up, though? How y'all feeling?
Hey, feeling great.
Yeah. Cancer Gang, cancer season.
Okay.
Hey, cancer season. Let's go.
Okay.
Hey, you gonna have to relax. You gonna have to let us get it in.
I'm just letting y'all have it. I'm saying okay.
It's gonna be all month of this. You lucky we ain't on next Monday because me and Lil Mama, we taking our birthday trips, so you get 1 week where you ain't got to hear me say Cancer Gang, baby.
Jeez. Okay.
Oh, let's go. T Moore, man. Thanks for coming to the couch, man. We appreciate you showing up, man.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I'm happy to be here, man. Happy to support. Happy to, just converse with good people, man.
That's what's up.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Well, without further ado, let's get right into it, man. So you are one half of the podcast Thoughts and Visions. Tell us a little bit about it. How did you come up with I got several questions. Let's talk about the first one though.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the podcast, or how did you want it Let's start with why did you want to do a podcast? Let's start with that one. Because like my head, I got so many questions. Let's go.
My background is radio and television, and then gradually you just kind of graduate to certain things, and then it was like it's time for a podcast. You know what I'm saying? It's time for me because I have worked in the past. I have worked along with a team, from 1300 to 1490 to doing Mars versus Venus, doing Who's in the Spotlight, CSC 216 on 95.9.
Okay.
And it was just time. It was time for me to just branch off and kind of do my own thing, as a solo act.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
So did you start the podcast by yourself? Because I know when we introduce you, I say one half of the podcast, right? So did you start off by yourself? How did you start it?
Yeah, I'm still by myself. I have a producer that helps me put the show together by the name of Larry Biden.
Okay.
And we just throw ideas back and forth to each other as far as like topics or guests and, kind of the direction where we want to go with the show,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. So being in radio, how different is podcasting from radio?
We don't have those FCC laws. we could basically, the radio I think is a kind of is dying.
Mm.
And you kind of restrict it to too many bylaws when you up under that umbrella of that corporation.
Mm-hmm.
Podcast gives you the freedom to do you.
Absolutely.
And do you on however that looks for you. And it's freedom. It's work if you really want a good show, but it's definitely freedom.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the other one, Thoughts and Visions, which I love that name for a podcast, man.
Yeah.
How did you even come about that particular name?
Man, my wife and I basically, I'm throwing names back and forth to her, throwing names back and forth to my dude L. And what I came up with is every single person has a thought and vision for where they see themselves going.
Okay.
And what I learned in this game is you don't want to do nothing to put yourself in a box.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you can have a name, and that name, people will judge you just by that name.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for real.
Whether you're looking at potential sponsors, where you're looking at, maybe even potential guests. They like, what? That name, they won't even check you out because of the name.
No,
You know what I'm
really.
saying? So I'm looking on the scale as far as like, I don't want to be in nobody's box, and every walking human being has a thought and a vision.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that. BBC, go ahead, take over.
Now, and you said your wife.
Yes.
And you are a father as well, right?
Yes.
How many children do you have?
Got 3 boys.
Nice.
Well, let me change that. I got 3 boys and 1 little girl.
Okay. And you are also an entrepreneur.
Yes.
And a truck driver.
Yes.
Damn.
How do you balance all of that? Because being a truck driver is very tedious.
Well, the balance came once I got off the road. Like I was
Okay.
driving over the road and had no balance. I had no control over my life. They'll tell you could get home on the weekends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you trying to fly like hell to get home on that Friday so you can have, some decent rest, a decent meal, spend time with your loved ones, and then that Sunday you just trying to basically recover so you can do it all over again.
Exactly.
It's a rat's race. It's no work-life balance. And this point in my life, I'm all about work-life balance.
Right.
I'm not running around chasing my tail. I'm not, when you're driving as a truck driver, you in that truck for countless hours. Black man, high blood pressure, if you're not eating your diet right, you're not able to really stretch properly, sleep
Yes.
properly. If you look at 90% of truck drivers, you can tell who a truck driver.
No, how they walk, they get locked hips.
It's
high blood pressure, diabetes, and a lot. I know a lot of truck drivers, and they all end up in a hospital. Even Rastas that are truck drivers, because sitting there and then all those fumes coming through that truck.
Yep.
So that is true.
That's the main thing.
Mm.
Yeah. So I got off the truck, get off of doing over the road. So now I run Southern Ohio.
Okay.
And what getting off the truck has allowed me to do is basically walking my purpose.
Okay.
When I tell you, man, once I got off that truck and really got that consistency to my life, everything start opening up for me, bro. Everything.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So as an entrepreneur, is the truck company yours? Is that or do you have another
No.
business that you run?
Yeah, the business, being an entrepreneur, is the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
So I dump, my money into that and trying to just basically grow it and build and, reach out to certain individuals. And, I've been in talks with certain television stations about getting the show on. And, it's, I've been learning a lot throughout this process.
Nice.
Nice. That's what's up. That's what's up.
So
Okay.
how long have you been doing the podcast so far?
The podcast, I probably would say it's under a year.
Okay.
Not, you know what I'm saying? And I just been, like I said, man, once I got off that truck and really got my plan together, how I wanted to attack it strategically, we've been rocking and rolling, baby.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I see you interview like some really big people.
Yeah.
And you are getting a lot of people's story out there, especially people that have worked in the music industry.
Yes.
And what I really appreciate, because a lot of people have untold stories, or a lot of people you just don't see anymore. And then you're like, hey, where did they go? And then you're giving them opportunities to say, this is what happened to me, or this is the story of how, things went down or whatever. And I think with some people, because a lot of people sign NDAs or, stuff like that, it's comfortable to have someone that says, I'm here, I'm listening, and not just for clout or trying to, manipulate the situation. Like you really you interviewed me, and in the process, when you interviewed me, it everything was comfortable. I'm usually like really nervous, when it's time to interview, like, okay, how the camera gonna be set up? Like, don't be, making me look like I'm really wide. I'm very serious about like, what I'm saying? Because I love my big body, but some people have you on camera and you be like looking all Grinch or whatever. Or, if what kind of questions they're gonna ask me. But you were very detailed. And so I think that is that always your mission, to make sure you make people feel comfortable enough to share their story?
Absolutely. I think it's about setting the tone and allowing people to feel welcome. I try to chime in with people before I bring them in to kind of break that ice, because some people, they get on camera and get camera shy. It frees up on you. You know what I'm saying? The conversation, it gets stale or whatnot. So I try to reach out to people who I know that, that I'm going to interview and kind of break the ice. And, what's crazy with me, when I first started doing radio, I used to be very scripted, right? I used to write down, man, there's countless questions and things that I want to talk about or ask.
Yep.
I used to do that every single show. But what I learned in this process and learned over time, if you asking people about themselves and what they passionate about, it's an organic conversation.
It is true.
And who more to tell you about themselves but the person? So it's like, it's just a flow, man. So I might pinpoint a couple things, jot down a couple things that I wanted to ask them so I won't forget. But majority of the time, it's just about organic conversation, and questions come off the flow of that conversation.
No, really. And sometimes if you're asking, because I used to be like that too, I did a radio show as well, and I always just like have this vibe, even when conversations where I have meetings. But if you write down questions, what I've learned, sometimes you might miss the most important thing because you start to be focused on like the questions that you're asking. You want to get the questions out, especially if you have a time limit of what you're trying to discuss with a person. So you're like, oh, and then they're like, oh God, and then you like, boom, and then you would go on that page and find out like, oh, he just had a baby. You like, how we didn't talk about that because you were so focused on your questions.
Those questions.
You said you have a motto that you live by.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, my motto was
Eliminating all distractions.
yes. And because the distractions, it goes back to my saying, the work-life balance. You got to have balance in your life to really get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get distracted. You go to work, you get off work, you're doing this, you're tending to the kids, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're doing this, you're doing that, and it becomes just a cycle.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, man. COVID was probably the best and worst thing that happened to us.
Okay.
Because COVID actually forced people to really sit down, transition, and pivot, and really think about where it is you're trying to go and what it is that you're trying to do.
And who exactly you are.
100%. Because a lot of people, hell, you lose yourself at times.
No, really.
And balance for me, I try to put the phone down. I try not to be on social media so much, and it's tough because a lot of times I'm working, trying to get potential guests or, looking at things and whatnot. But I learned to, put that phone down, give me some me time. I take my ass out the Amish country in a heartbeat.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because for me, Amish country is peace. Amish country for me is
So peaceful.
man.
So
I feel
clean.
God. I feel God when I'm out there.
It's just different.
Yeah.
That's what's up. So it's. I know we had we were having a conversation before we actually started the podcast. So we was talking about just the podcast aspect. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause there's different things that go into it. Like you said, it's not like radio. We can say whatever the fuck we want, which is a good thing because you can, branch out. You can be clean. You can be dirty. You can do whatever you want according to your guests or whatnot. But a lot of people don't know what all goes into a good podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Really.
Let's talk about that real quick.
Man, exactly what you hit on when we was off camera. It's the best. The people who had the best podcasts or the best shows, it's chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to work well off one another. It's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, the people who have the best shows, they got personality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then mixing in some good questions along with that personality and actually being vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
Not being fake, not being phony.
Really.
You know what I'm saying? Talking about real topics and giving real answers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To me, that's what makes some of the best shows, bro.
It's true.
Absolutely. Because I know a lot of times when, I bring certain guests on. Oh, matter of fact, we'll talk, but I had to look it up. But I got a spot for you I want you to get to get you some different, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what guests you'd be looking for, but and it's free. So, and then because I found some of my very interesting guests off of this platform that was free. And they, tell you not to charge the guests or whatever, because I don't charge guests anyway. But I done had people from Australia on, from Canada, from Texas to the Dakotas, like all over, and that's why I like doing it. Like the studio is, I love the vibe of a studio, but it kind of restricts who you can bring to your, your table, or for us to our couch. Because the simple fact we don't have to be all in the same spot to, get the vibe and to have a conversation. And I know a lot of times, and I don't even think about it this way, but a lot of times it just comes that way because my brain to kind of take over, where the guests will have on, they might, be in a different, like a different profession or whatever. And then when we get on and I look at my topics, I'll be like, damn, this is like literally catered to, what they do or what, kind of some of the, the extra topics that we talk about besides the interview. So
Yeah.
it's always a process, but it's a fun process. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's not about the money, especially having a sponsor. So, and then the time, it's not time that I'm wasting to me by having those real conversations and being vulnerable. Because I mean, we done been on this couch where, motherfuckers in the shed a tear. You know what I'm saying? Because we get, involved and deep into what we talking about, but then we had those laughs and then we talk that shit. So,
Yeah.
definitely a great process of, being a podcast host and having, different co-hosts on, because I've had several co-hosts, and every co-host that I've had on had something in common, that energy and being able to vibe and feed off of each other, so it's pretty dope. So
piggybacking off what you just said, man, like my last two guests, and they were men. One of them had just did Nick Cannon show not long ago, and the other one is the other half of Men at Large.
Oh, nice.
The conversation got so good, man. Both of them brothers kind of just was vulnerable and broke down, man. And it's just real organic talk. You know what I'm saying? And what I love about podcasting too, I'm a knowledge freak. I seek knowledge all the time.
Mm-hmm.
When you reaching out to different people, everybody comes with a different story, a different testimony, a different path, a different lane, and you learn so much through those interactions.
Yeah.
And to me, the heading of your show is exactly what it is. It's therapy.
Right, absolutely.
It's therapy through these conversations, man. So I love this space, man. And what I would tell y'all is continue to keep going, even in those times that you had those frustrating moments, like, man, damn, man, you had those times where it's like, but every single time,
don't nobody be knowing about those times. It'd be times where I'd be like, man, do I really want to fucking do the podcast today, man? Like,
no, for real.
Should I shelf that shit? Like, it ain't like I'm spending no money. Should I shelf it and not do it, or not do an episode and want to continue to get guests and do, man? Oh, it'd be a lot of those. It'd be a lot of those days people don't know about.
That's the work behind it. Yep. But you know what I noticed too, man? It just hit me the other day too. When you had those moments, man, God always drop you some nuggets to keep going.
Absolutely.
Every single time, bro. I'm telling you, man. So keep going. Y'all keep working on your craft. Things like this keep me motivated.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's good.
What's next for you with your podcast?
So we travel with we travel with the show. Like, we going to Pittsburgh. I'm going to interview Paradise from X Clan. I don't know if y'all remember X Clan back in the days.
Nice. Yeah.
And then a brother who is directly involved with the Hip Hop Museum in New York. We doing that. I got a couple things under my sleeve, man.
That's what's up. That's what's
nice.
up.
That's upcoming, and I'm just working. I'm putting my head down and I'm working. I never been braggadocious. I never been like, hey, in your face or whatnot. I always been humbled about my walk, man. I just put my head down and just continue to keep doing the work.
Absolutely.
What excites you? Like, okay, like you're a go-getter. You believe in finding balance within imbalance. That's what I call it. Finding balance within balance.
Yeah.
You like eliminating all distractions and having connections, and relationships. But like, you're very humble. And I've only, spoke with you, a few times or whatever like that. But you're like, so like straight line.
Yeah.
But this is our new personality of what excites you, what shakes you, what's like the shake up, what's the vibe, like where's the what brings out the beast and the lion in you?
Always understand behind every nice guy is a monster inside. And
I know that's where I'm trying to get to.
So on a good thing, just what excites me in the positive way is knocking down goals. I might set some short-term goals that I want to achieve, And once I get to that milestone, that excites me. My
Okay.
my kids being healthy and doing good and being good people, that excites me. You know, spending time with my family, and that excites me. But on the other side of that coin, if you do something to my kids, now you're gonna bring out that monster. If you disrespect me, now you're gonna bring out that monster. You know, and I just try to move in that way. I don't try to move off emotion. I just try to move correct.
I get you.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's what's up. That's what's up. So what days is your podcast on air? You know, is it YouTube, Facebook? Where is it? Tell everybody where to get it from.
Okay. The name of my show is called Thoughts and Visions. You can check it out on YouTube. You can check it on Black Box, and you can check it out on Spotify. My production days are on Wednesdays and Sundays, but you know, the content is up anytime you feel like clicking on.
Okay.
And like I said, man, I'm just continuing to keep working, continue to keep growing. Sean, I hope to have you on, man.
Yeah, man, we'll set it up, man. We'll definitely set it up.
Absolutely, man. And I would definitely return the favor, man. I'm all for this. I'm all for just networking, man, and you know, just helping one another grow. For me, in this space, man, you deal with people be thinking you be in competition with them, or
It's true.
It's like what? You're not even on my mind. Like I'm over here doing me, and I'm paying attention to what I have going on. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true.
In this lane, and I think it's just a. Let me ask y'all a question, because we just talked about this the other day. Okay. So, Cleveland is a city where everybody that has made it, they left.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I was working with Radio One back in like the very early 2000s.
Okay.
And the gift Mark Smith has, and a couple other ones was like, man, you talented, man. You need to leave. And I was stubborn back then, very stubborn. Like, and my kids was younger. I'm like, leave. I'm like, nah. I'm like, man, I can make it shake in the city, man. I'm just got total belief in myself, and I'm just like, no, I'm gonna make it happen. But now that time has passed, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, if you do music, and you from Cleveland, you had to leave. If you do movies and you're an actor, you're an entertainer, you had to leave. If you're an actress, you had to leave. Anything in this field, you have to leave. And what's even crazier about it, most of them that leave, they don't come back.
They don't.
Yeah. They might come to visit or do a show.
Yeah.
That saying, a king is never crowned in his own town. They talking about Cleveland is one of the hardest. They're the most unsupportive. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so listen, hold on. So let me say this though. I will say this. I've talked to, especially just being in the comedy game for as many years as I have, right? I've talked to a lot of comedians, right, that will start in their hometown, but then not be able to headline at their home club until so far down the line where they're headlining out of state and everything like that. So
not for real.
Cities do that, period. You know what I'm saying? It's not just Cleveland. And believe me, I get it. I love my city. I do not live there anymore, but I love my city of Cleveland. Love it with all my heart. I get it. But I don't live there anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm like, because I was about to say that. I'm like, you always defending Cleveland. I know that's your city, but you don't live here anymore.
Always defending.
Where you live?
You always defending, but Cleveland sometimes, I mean, like the support is trash. You know what I'm saying? And Cleveland, like if you can make it in Cleveland, to me, you can make it anywhere. But to me, I felt like I really didn't get respect in music and stuff like that until I actually went to another country and did my thing and went to like other states. Like when I go to other places, the vibe is just so different. And then now you come back and people be like, I saw you at this place, or I saw, you know, and it always just takes something else. Like Cleveland is just, it's like it's like a sinkhole or sand or what's that, quicksand or something. It's
No,
like
absolutely.
they'll wait till you like, okay, his finger, we see his fingers, let's now grab you up. It's like sometimes
It's
you're just like,
almost like the crabs in the barrel metaphor.
yeah, it's crabs in
Oh,
a
it ain't almost,
barrel.
it is.
It's crabs in a barrel
It's
for real.
So, but
a tough city, bro.
I stay by Akron and Talmadge because
Okay.
I did not hear you. I just didn't want to cut BBC off. That's all.
I apologize because I'm passionate about stuff. It go,
Good. No, hey, I
it just go on.
get
Also, this, like, I understand that you have boundaries. I understand that people have preferences, right? But for me, I look at people's talent. Like, for me, a lot of people are caught up in the numbers. A lot of people caught up in how many followers, how many likes.
For
And
real.
I've had people, I sat down with people who had a bunch of followers. And I sat down with people who had just a few hundred. For me, it's about the person. It's about the interaction. It's about
Excuse
this
me.
person's story and what they bring it to the table, man. So
Absolutely.
for me, I never get caught up in how many numbers or followers a person got or whatnot. It's about, I'm gonna look at the page, I'm gonna see if they, professional or, that type of thing. And if I feel like it's a go, then it's a go. You know what I'm saying?
And you
That's
got to
a-
realize too, and a lot of people buy those numbers. A lot of people, use certain, they got links and stuff like that where you can get those numbers,
Yeah,
and so it's not real. Because to me, I feel like everybody see you. You know what I'm saying? At one point or another, like with social media. And with the algorithm, sometimes the people that you probably want to see you not going to see you. But if it's in the same aspect and you guys have the same thing going on, most likely you're going to, get to see. But how people interact with you, because, a lot of this stuff is trolling. A lot of these, people's followers is trollers. You know what I'm saying? People that already even work for the system. So it's like, I want to see like real interaction. You can't see that if, and especially if they're not in a big industry or big artist or anything like that. Sometimes you can't see it, so I totally agree with that. That is real. Like, you really have to get to know the people and want to see what they're about, and I go to some people pages or some situations where everything just the same. Like everything, like, okay, even if you sell clothes or you sell this or whatever like that, but like, what are you passionate about? Because I could see that, okay, you sell clothes and you're promoting your clothes, but are you a good person? Are you nice? Do you share upliftment? Like, to me, that's important.
What's a lost art? And I go to this place, y'all, just to feel like a king at times when I need it. Dog, customer service is a lost art.
Swear. Oh my goodness.
I go to
Where my sign at?
I go to Chick-fil-A just to feel like a king. Chick-fil-A make you feel like Brother Newton.
Yeah.
They open the doors.
I agree.
They customer service is so on point. I'll be like, man, they need to be the model for most businesses, most restaurants.
They should.
Man, they need to be the model, man. Customer service. I went to this place. I went 3 times because the food was that good. I'm not gonna say no names, but it's a Black-owned soul food spot that's up in on Chagrin. I went inside this place 3 different times, bro, and every single time they was acting like
They was doing you a favor.
Yeah, and they ain't know what I was here for.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Like, what you here? Why you walking out there?
Yeah, I can't stand it.
We had this conversation not too long ago on the show.
I have a sign.
Yep.
Customer service is so important to me. Like, I am a person. Karen. I literally turn to a Karen if you have bad customer service. I'm calling head offices, everything. Like, y'all need to give me something, because I'm so serious about customer service. Because I used to do customer service, and I'm like, but it's the millennials. To me, the millennial children, like, we jack these kids up. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to, they don't know how to, and it's just like, and I feel like once they get to a job, that should be in training. But it's just, oh my God, the most disrespectful, ghetto, underhanded, handle your food with the least care as possible. Life. Like, oh my God.
No, that's I feel you. I'm there with you.
Let me rewind real quick, because I know you said you do production on Wednesday and Sunday. Are you doing 2 episodes a week?
Yeah.
Ooh. How is that?
Man, you know what? I'm used to, man. So let me go back. Like, I've been in radio I was in radio for a long time.
Yeah.
I got my start in sports.
Okay.
My very first show was called The Last Round. Then I went from The Last Round to Unsportsmanlike Conduct to Game Time, which was on TV 20.
Okay.
If you lived in the city of Cleveland. Then I went from there to Amherst City Cable out in Amherst, Amherst Studios, and I was doing Mars versus Venus out there.
Okay.
I've always been a hustler and a worker. I had to write my own questions, come up with the script, go get the guests. And what it is I love it.
Right.
It's my passion. It's what I love to do. So, anything that you love doing, it ain't work.
No, it ain't. It
ain't work, but it's work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. That's what's up. So make sure you check out the podcast on, you said Facebook too, right? Or just YouTube?
No, be on YouTube, Black Box, and Spotify.
Okay, YouTube,
Thoughts and Visions.
Spotify, Thoughts and Visions every Wednesday and Sunday. Is there a certain time you come on, or is
we usually try to drop the episodes around noon.
Okay. I know how I get.
Yeah.
I always tell people next day on Spotify, and this last episode I ain't put up till Thursday, so it was a little complication. So
I understand, brother.
But it's there. So
yes, it's there.
Sure,
you can find me.
Right. Absolutely. That's what's up. All right, let's keep it moving, because I know we're gonna keep talking about a whole bunch of other stuff with these other topics coming up.
He gave us a link already?
Say that again.
He gave his links already?
Do you have a link? It's just Thoughts and Visions on Spotify.
I mean, your Facebook or Instagram?
And my Instagram is New Life. Put in New Life Terrence Moore, and I'll come up. Yeah.
New Life Terrence Moore.
Yeah.
On Instagram. What is it on Facebook?
Terrence Moore.
All right, cool.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, let's move forward.
All right. So we always like to do a recap on what happened to us this weekend. As I was telling you before we was off camera, like I don't do nothing, but everybody say I do the most. So my recap, I had Lil Mama all week and the week before, so we just kicked it. It was park days and movie nights and just what we do during the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Because like summer's slow for me as far as like the office job and not the regular 9 to 5 or whatever. So that's cool. But so Friday, our work had it planned to we went to the Akron Zoo. I was like, shit, hell yeah, I'm going. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's funny because like I talked to my dude today. He was like, I didn't think you would be one that would go to like a work event. Like it was a work event, but wasn't a work event because then like we got paid to go. So it was like, dude, like discount tickets to the zoo for Lil Mama, like we doing it,
Yeah.
Like, never been to Akron Zoo. It was my first time, her first time. We did the whole park in like 2 hours. Like it's small.
Yeah, it's very small.
But it was small as shit.
The
thing that made me laugh is we get in there, we walking around, we seeing some animals, and like literally 10-15 minutes after we got there, somebody calling my name, like, and because like my phone in my pocket, I ain't paying no attention. It's Lil Mama time, And so I look up, it's one of my best friends, Jay Luke, friend of the couch. So
nice.
Here with his daughter and his daughter's mom. So that was cool.
Yeah.
We hung out with them until like 11:30, which was lunch for us for the work, because like I was hungry and the mother, she was hungry. So so that was cool seeing him and going around. Then they had the like close encounter. That's what they had it to where they came to our pavilion. And I figured it was gonna be like a snake, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you can bring out, you know what I'm saying, and walk around with. So she petted the snake, so that was cool. She wasn't scared to pet the snake, so that was cool. So we had a good time. Then she got picked up. We had the second round of our playoffs for softball Friday night. And that was my last. Friday was the last game I coached. Last 2 games that I coached, because I ran my own teams for some years. So it's like I just want to show up and play, because it'd be such a headache sometimes getting people to show up, right? But so we ended up, yeah, man. So we like in the mid level, but we got to play the 2 upper teams. So we almost won the king seat. We lost to like the best team by 1 2 weeks ago, and then we had to win a game and then get to the championship, and then double dip the team we lost to by 1. So the team we was gonna play is the other upper team, and I'm like, I know we'll beat them. You know what I'm saying? Because we beat them in the season. We split with them in the season. And I was pitching my ass off. When I mean I was pitching my ass off, I was kind of surprised because the ball was moving so damn great and dropping. It was dope. So we had a great game. We won and then got to the championship and ended up losing by like 2 or 3. And I knew we weren't gonna beat this team. Even like as much as we tried, you can have 0 errors. Like this team is just that fucking good.
Yeah,
they just got players that are like literally C and above as far as rankings during tournament time. So it was cool. So that was Friday. Saturday went to a wedding for somebody I know from softball. I've been knowing her for about 8 to 10 years. So it was cool as hell to see her with that smile and just looking, you know how brides come down, man. They be looking flawless, man. And I love seeing that. And it seemed like she had a great time. I know her husband, he cool. I met him from her. So it was cool to be there. My girl was there. We had a good time. And it was funny because later on at night, like it was almost over, and one of her older sisters came to me, was like, I know you. And I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? And she like, what's your name? And I'm like, Sean. And she like, Boyd? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, you the comedian we seen a couple years ago, blah, blah, blah. You're so hilarious. How do you know my little sister? And I'm like, I've been knowing her for like 8 to 10 years. She looked at her sister like, Brandy, how you know, the comedian Sean and all that shit. And it was hilarious. And Brandy like, I know famous people. Like, I'm like, man, it'd be cool, but then weird at the same time when motherfuckers say that shit.
You be like, well, I'm famous?
Yeah, like, all right, whatever. But
that's how I feel. It do feel like that.
We had a good time watching their union, which was beautiful. It was a beautiful ceremony. Their DJ fucking sucked. Like, literally garbage. I hope they didn't pay them because they need their money back, but that's a different story. And then yesterday, softball, we would play 1 game, blew their ass out, and it was fun because we was talking shit, having a good time. And then we here today, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, I don't do nothing, man. I don't do nothing.
That was a lie.
It sounds pretty eventful to me.
Hello. Sound like you're telling lies.
All right, who next with a recap? BBC, you want to go ahead and go next?
I could go next. Okay, so oh goodness, it's so much happened. I can't even. I'm gonna just start with Saturday. Saturday. We had the Juneteenth event, which was down. Oh, let me start with Friday. First of all, the Juneteenth event is on the 29th. So the Queen Mother was working with the vendors, and she had to go and set up it was at the same place where Reggae Fest was.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So we were going to set up, tape up the spaces or whatever. When I get there, it is just the Queen Mother and one of her friends, which is an older gentleman. And we have to set up 40 spaces. And I'm like, so crazy, because I'm like, Mother, the Queen Mother she's very powerful. She's a 3-star general. She's ran many events, even helped shut down some KKK events. Very powerful. She has her own army, everything. However, in the process
to set up though.
Yeah, it was no team. So when I get there, I catch an Uber there because my daughter has the truck. So I'm like, what where is it? And they're lining it up, and I'm like, no, let's not do it like this. And I'm trying to, explain everything. But I'm like, and I'm like, why haven't you could, I'm saying, you ain't called nobody, your kids, your grandkids, anybody. You're out here by yourself. It's late at night. We're downtown. I mean, it's after 8 o'clock. That's dangerous for one. For two, this could take hours. So I'm like, no, let's, so we have to do that. We're by the water. So it's massive, big bugs. Like these bugs are biting me. I have on pants, but they're biting me up and biting the gentleman. You know what I'm saying? They're doing tape. So we got to bend down. We're using it, this and everything like that. I'm like, this is how we're going to do it. So I'm going on and she's like, baby girl, this and that and the other. And I'm like, yo. So I'm like, so the man is like, okay, no, we're going to do it like this. I'm like, sir, I do this. This is what I do. We're going to do it like this, and it's going to go faster. They were down there from 8 o'clock. By 9 o'clock, they only had 2 sections set up. We need to do 40. By the time we got to my method, we had already did 20 on one side, and we went down the other side. Boom, Saturday come. And my mind is telling us that it's going to 100% rain. So I'm like, okay, that's about to be a thing. But my spirit is like, this is about to be something. So I'm like, I really don't want to go. But I get up, I spruce up, I do my meditation, everything like that. And I'm like, I'm going to just go early so I can help the Mother Queen out. We get there. First of all the stuff that was supposed to be happening was not happening. The people that were supposed to bring tents at 8 o'clock did not get there until 10 o'clock to set up the tents for like they had like, different, like very high power people coming from Africa, men leagues, woman leagues of different cultures, the mother centers, things like that, Black owned, police stations, commissioners, like very powerful energy. So I'm like, okay, we get there. That's not set up. Let me just start setting up my thing. It's raining like crazy. Wind is blowing everywhere. I love the rain. It doesn't matter. So wind is blowing. So all the tents, we try to set up the tents, but it's hard because they're blowing the wind is blowing all the tents over. So they're telling us, so as the guys finally come, they're staking up the tents. The groundskeeper rolls up on them on this little move about thing. And he's like, you can't stake those tents. We're on top of the convention center. You can't. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, we did 4 events here. We all staked our tents. They got a stage up on here. It's on top of the convention center. If you stake those tents, you can fall through. How are y'all even allowing events to be set up here if you can't stake, can't use sand or whatever? So the owner of the tent company, like, I have a contract and this is it. So he's Black and he's going in on it. Blah, blah, blah. So the white guy like, well, I said this and then the other. So the Black guy like, let me tell you something. My contract said I'm supposed to, and this is what I get paid for. This is what my people are going to do. So the white guy was like, I told you you can't do it, this and then the other. And you're like, well, so he's like, boom. And then all of a sudden it was, you sucker ass white boy, this, and it just went crazy. Oh my God. So I'm standing between them and it's all this masculine energy. And now it's not even about the tenting. It's about white man against Black man. And we both it's a power thing at this point. So I'm in between them holding my arms out like, whoa, let's just calm down because, and I'm trying to like, Mother Queen is over there. She's dealing with another situation. It's maddening. But now all this energy has attached itself to me and I already was feeling away. So I'm trying to calm it down. Black dude like, keep working. Telling his people keep working. White dude like, I'm about to go and tell. So I'm like, okay, calm down. Before you run off, let's tell us what we can do. Let's work something out. He don't want to hear it. This dude goes and calls the sheriff's department, the commissioner, the what do you call it? He goes, brings the fucking cavalry. So, he whines and, because he played the power role, of the white man role, basically, to be like, he hurt my feelings. He disrespected me. He's not listening to me. This is my job. I get it. But there's nowhere in the contract that they signed that said you can't stake. And if that's the case, if you're on top of the conventions, how close are we? Is it just grass on top of the roof and y'all know we're gonna fall through? Why would y'all? Anyway, these people come, they're like, nobody can stake. If there are any stakes in any tents, take them out. They make all the vendors, oh, y'all got to move your truck. All the artists couldn't park on the concrete. Made the truck vendors move their trucks. Or if they had attachments that they were using their truck to, you know how if you have a regular truck attached to your thing, you use it for the energy and everything. You can't have your truck over here. It was so terrible. So now I'm irritated. I'm aggravated. I'm really conducting myself. I'm speaking to the commissioner. I'm trying to help Mother out. And then these people, and I'm like, y'all black. This is a Juneteenth event. It seems like y'all trying to sabotage the event. And I don't understand why would y'all want to do that. We have done 4 events here. 3 of them been white. Never did anybody come and say they couldn't pitch tents. Everybody had, so I'm going in that. It's maddening, but I'm trying to still conduct myself. But my anger is building up. And plus I have this anger on me. It goes crazy. My tent is staked in the ground, but I share half of my stakes with another tent because she didn't have any. So it's not all the way. The wind picks up and takes my 10 by 10 tent up in the tree. So I'm like, so I'm calling all the men like, somebody please come help me. Get my tent out the tree. We get it out, but now it's bent. So we get it out, they stake it back down, but the wind is still going in the process. I'm sitting there, so I'm like, okay, it's raining again. So I'm dancing in the rain. I'm trying to find the vibes and trying to calm everybody down. All the men are up in an uproar. A lot of people, everybody's just in an uproar about how everything's going. My tent base breaks in half and slaps me. The whole metal slaps me across my face. Like my eye was swollen. I had a big bruise, everything. I lose my whole entire mind and I start fighting in my tent in the middle of the street like it was like a fucking bitch in the street. I snatched the roof off. I grab it up off the ground and I start punching it. I'm biting it. I'm crying. I'm so mad. Like, and all this anger is coming out. And I'm like, I don't even realize that it's just like, this is happening. Until one of the goddesses is like, just breathe, just breathe. And I'm like, really? I ripped it up out the ground. I ripped it so far off the ground. I ripped the grass up out the ground. And I just throw it to the side. And I'm like, all this, like, it feels like I'm levitating. It's crazy. I pack up all of my shit, all of my vendor stuff, and I literally leave. Mind you, I'm supposed to perform and introduce Carlos Jones. Carlos hasn't even gotten there yet. But I couldn't take it. And I leave. The next day, Sunday, I go to yoga. I relieve some of the, I have this big bruise on my eye. Like if you could really like see, it's still like bruised, but it was swollen. And I felt like my tent got the best of me. Like you gave me a black eye. Like what? Like, yo, blood clot boy, you come for me. Like, and that's how I felt. It was crazy. But it was really the tension from all the other stuff. So I go to yoga yesterday, and we did yoga in Lakewood at the park down there. And it's just like this big level where it's like stairs where you can really walk down into the water. I had never been there before. It was beautiful. And then I woke up about 1 o'clock this morning and I was just sick as a dog. And I was like, okay. So I just rested this today and got ready for the show. That was a lot, I know, but yeah.
It was just a lot on Saturday.
Yeah.
T Moore, how was your weekend, bro?
Man, you know what? When we was talking earlier and I was telling you about, sometimes those little nuggets get dropped upon you. So I was called to do the Extreme Compound 1 year anniversary.
Nice.
By Phil. So I was able to go around. I interviewed a bunch of vendors from Crown Me Pretty to Hands
I
on
love her.
CPR to Lachey Aesthetics, Black Mentality, Blank Easel, and Allah Guru, some mental health and wellness. I interviewed them. Then I interviewed the rapper Young Jock. I interviewed the
Like
rapper
meet me in the park, Young Jock.
Meet Me in the Trap.
Yeah,
Going
going
down.
down. Yeah, okay.
Nice, nice, nice.
Interviewed him, and then interviewed Doro. I hollered at the Young Bloods, but the other one, Sean Paul, everybody was grabbing him, so I wanted to get both of them as a duo. So that didn't end up happening. But what I can say, that was down at the Huntington Convention Center,
Okay.
downtown Cleveland, and it was something to see, man. I've never seen that type of energy in one building like that, man. I mean, Phil, what he does, man, he is like, I don't know, man. He's the guy he's one of the chosen ones, man. He brings
It's a
people.
vibe.
Yeah,
We was right across the street. We were right across the street.
I seen y'all. I seen the tents in the back and everything because I parked in the Huntington parking garage.
Yeah, because they were coming over. A lot of people came over and got some stuff from me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So that's how the Saturday went. Sunday, man, I didn't do nothing but just relax, man. I ain't wearing no more Jordans to no more functions.
No.
I'm too old. Man, I'm walking around trying to, man, them Jordans, dog, I feel like I was tussling with a brother, man.
They hurt your feet, bro. You can't wear
my
them too
feet.
long. They straight fashion for a couple hours, and then you got to take them off. I wore J's to the wedding, and I had my slides in the car for the ride home.
Brother, that I'll never wear that. I'll never wear them to another function or event ever again. Yeah, man. So Sunday, I just basically just try to recover, hydrate, and get ready for the work week, man.
That's what's up.
I was super excited about doing this, to be honest.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Oh, big shout out to my dude Rail. I got to hang out with him yesterday. It was cold in the motherfucker. I left Talmadge, and it was like 72 degrees. So I'm like, man, short t-shirt, cool. Had something nice on the feet. You know how we do. And then by the time I got up to the Warrensville Heights area, it was 64 degrees. I was like, it's cold.
Yeah.
Everybody kept saying that. It felt good to me.
Yeah, you felt that difference, yeah.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, let's do the childhood memories. I'm gonna skip my childhood memory this week since I don't want to go too long for the couchers, but we ain't going nowhere, but I'm just gonna skip my childhood memory this week. But we always like to do a childhood memory. Let the couchers get into our past.
You got the best childhood memories. You got to do
3 years of childhood memories. You know what I'm saying? But this week I'm gonna skip. So you know what? I'll do a real quick one. So I never really had okay, let's do this. So I remember the birthday party that I had, right? And I never was mad that my birthday was in July ever. So because some people be like, oh, my birthday in the summer, so I don't get to have a birthday party at school. Those birthday parties at school was always lame and whack, and you didn't get to actually really have a party. So it was like, why would you be mad? So I love July because it's always nice in July, especially being in Ohio. I know I'm gonna get good weather.
Yeah.
For my birthday month. You know what I'm saying? So birthday party, I had like a sleepover for my birthday. Right. And I grew up in Bedford Heights. That's where I graduated from, Bedford. I grew up in Cleveland. Then my parents moved us or whatever for a better education. So it was always this little carnival, but we called it home days. And home days was the jump in Bedford Heights. Motherfuckers would come from different cities to come to home days.
They still do it.
Yeah, they still do it, but it ain't like we was young. So
yeah.
So I think this might have been, I don't remember what birthday it was, maybe 13, 14, maybe. I can't remember. But I had a sleepover. So we all went to home days. We was all coming back. And we all walking to my house because I'm having a sleepover. So on the way down back home, we man, let's do something fun. So we start doing nigga knocking. That's what we called it. You know what I'm saying? Or ding dong ditch, or what some people call it, but that's what we called it. So we knocking on doors, running. And I just remember my one dude, Q, knocked on somebody's door. We knew who lived there too. That was the funny part. And he just was like, "Come and get your cookies." And we just all take off running, and we laughing. And it was so hilarious because they came to the door and they hear us down the street laughing, but they couldn't do shit about it. And it was just a good time. So that'll be my childhood memory. Short and sweet, to the point. So Timor, give us a childhood memory, bro.
Man, when I was coming up, so I grew up in the 93rd area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right on 93rd between Union and Kinsman. But
Okay.
I have family all over.
Right by the
city.
police station.
Yep. But I have family all over the city. And I had my cousins, they used to live like right up like Forest Hill.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
And where they grew up at, they used to have this person called the Green Lady, right? So the Green Lady, she was a myth, like a figure that was just like kind of like Jason or Freddy Krueger, but everybody on this side knew about her.
The Green Lady, yep.
The Green Lady. And I remember us coming down the hill one day, and it was kind of dark. We coming up from the plaza, and we walking up to the apartments, and all of a sudden somebody yelled out, "There go the Green Lady!" Man, everybody start taking off running, right? Run across the street, somebody get clipped by a car.
Ooh, because everybody out, the Green Lady after him.
Everybody trying to get away from the Green Lady, man. So we had to go back, pick him up, carry him to the sidewalk, man, and go get his mom and them. So that's my childhood memory.
Was he okay?
Huh?
Did he get broken? Anything?
Yeah, his leg was broke.
Mad.
He got clipped.
Yeah. All from the Green Lady, bro.
All 'cause of
That's
the Green
crazy.
Lady. That's crazy as shit.
I'm gonna skip mine.
Okay, you sure?
Yep.
All
I
right.
don't have one. I can't think of one off my head.
All right, that's what's up. And as always, we love this topic. We always like to do flowers while they still here. So instead of us being so conditioned to give people flowers while they dead and gone, we like to give people flowers while they still here to smell those roses.
Flowers.
My flowers is gonna go to somebody I gave flowers to before. I'm gonna have to give it to my co-host again. You know what I'm saying? So my baby Lisa, like the Green Lady.
I said it.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. So I'm gonna give my flowers to my co-host BBC. So the
Me?
reason why I want to give you your flowers, because you first off, you deserve your flowers. Second off, and I know this is probably like the second or third time I gave you flowers, but
I don't think so.
so the story you told about Saturday was a whole lot, right? But the reason why I want to give you your flowers is because something we was talking about earlier in the show, as far as I've had several co-hosts, and every co-host had something in common, that vibe, you know what I'm saying? And I remember when you first came, and it was kind of like a trial run to see if you liked it and see if you would stay or whatever. It was kind of like, it was sometimes where I would be like, damn, all right, don't, okay, hold on, let them finish, you know what I'm saying? And then one episode, it just fucking clicked. It was like boom, 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 not too much, always enough. The questions was great, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta give you your flowers, just honing your skills on doing this with me every week, and I appreciate you being my sidekick on this program. So you get your flowers today, BBC.
Oh, that is so sweet. I thank you. I take my flowers. Flowers, well deserved.
That's dope.
Thank you.
All right, BBC, go and give some. You got flowers to give out today?
I definitely do. I want to give my flowers to Timor and his crew. Because you had me, Carlos Jones, J.R. Blessington, Sunshade, Milton Blake on your podcast. But like I said, I follow you. I see what you do. Just the effects of everything to come from one part of I don't want to say entertainment, but still into podcasting, and to still want to deliver that energy and be great at what you do with everything that you do as a truck driver, husband or father and everything like that. That is a lot, and it's not easy. You're very kind and supportive, and always just giving vibes, you know what I'm saying? And you don't meet a lot of people like that. So, and just genuine energy, that's how it comes off. So I'm giving you your flowers today because I respect that in you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Blessings.
Well deserved. All right, T Moore, who you want to give flowers to today, brother?
I'm gonna give my flowers to y'all, man. Because I know exactly what this is. I know exactly that the work it takes. I know exactly where you have to be on the fly. I don't know if y'all ever had this, but in 3 years, I'm thinking maybe so. Have a guest cancel at the last minute, right before you about to come on, and now you got to try to switch up the whole show or whatnot, man. So I want to give Just Therapy the flowers because this takes work, it takes chemistry, it takes consistency, it takes everything that what you guys bring in here today, man. So keep going. Those moments where you feel frustrated and be like, man, what the hell? Nah, keep pushing through. Have the mental fortitude to continue to keep going, man. And yeah, man, don't stop till you get to the top, baby.
That's what's up. Man. I'm definitely taking those well received. I appreciate those flowers for sure.
Thank you.
For sure, definitely. Because it was days where I was on this bitch by myself, just nothing but guests. Because I ain't had no co-hosts, and I was just at it. Like, all right, I got this booking out guests for months in advance, and people are canceled last second. So I know exactly what it is, and I literally just like, all right, I'm by myself. I'm still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, my couchers, they always tune in, especially on those days when I really need them. They tune in a little more, so I ain't just talking to myself. Because when you by yourself, you talking to yourself, but it's like they be here to help out. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot. It's a lot, and it's really not easy. I feel like I don't do enough because I have so much to offer, and sometimes I feel like when I tried to make the flyers or whatever like that, sometimes I feel like I could do more promoting and more, especially because that's what I do. So it definitely is not easy coming back to life right now. So I really respect the fact that you do a lot and you have done a lot, Sean, both of you. It's a lot within itself. So
appreciate that. I'm not like looking away from y'all. It's a deer in my backyard. They just be chilling in my fucking backyard. So
he probably hear my voice. That he probably know me.
No, he just took off, so you might want to rephrase that. All right.
Wow.
He did. Wow. Like, as soon as you said that,
he probably like, oh, I'm supposed to be over there, so we got to come over here because I be feeding them all the time.
Oh man! All right, let's do this one and only sponsor break, so we don't go too long. But like I said, this is my podcast. We ain't got no time limit. So, but let's get this one and only sponsor break in real quick. You already know what it is. More T Moore in the building. More Just Therapy. More Miss BBC. You already know who I am, and I'm taking us the break, baby.
Primal Screen in Kent, Ohio. For all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Quality work. On time, fair prices. For more information, call 330-677-1766. Again, 330-677-1766. Or check us out online, primalscreenprinting.com. If you mention a podcast, you get 5% off. Peace.
Custom Design Aquariums, where we bring your aquatic dreams to life. With your help, using your imagination, together, we will turn your home or office into a peaceful getaway. For a free consultation, call 330-475-5181 or contact us by email at customdesign@gmail.com. CUSTOMDESIGN@gmail.com. Once again, that is CUSTOMDESIGNAQUA@gmail.com. Mention this podcast and get 5% off. Yo, you already know what it is. Another beautiful Monday evening. And you already know what I'm going to talk to you about. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. Listen, this place is so delicious. I talk about it every week. Not just because they is the official sponsor of Just Therapy, the podcast, but it's worth taking a bite of whatever they serve you. They got 3 locations. First location is in Cuyahoga Falls at 1909 Bailey Road, Cuyahoga Falls. Their phone number is 330-928-2222. Their second location is in downtown Akron, across the street from Rubber Duck Stadium. That address is 325 South Main Street, Akron. Phone number 330-849-5707. And their newest location is in Stowe. That's 3031 Graham Road, Stowe, Ohio. Their phone number is 330-673-9410. And you already know every week I say the same thing, but what I love about the downtown location has to be the beer wall. I like to call it the Dave and Buster's of beer because you go in there, there's 36 glorious taps of wine, ale, IPAs, lagers, whatever you can think of. And the reason why I call it the Dave and Buster's of beer, you go in there, you put money on the card, you take the card up to the tap it, and you pour as much beer as your heart desires. But please drink responsibly. You already know what it is. And another thing I love about Twisted Tomato Pizzeria is they cater to your taste buds. Any specialty pizza, any specialty order, anything you order is always done exactly right. I'm talking about exactly right. So it's always delicious. And when you mention that you are a coucher, that you watch or listen to Just Therapy, the podcast, you get a 10% discount. Yes, money off delicious food. You can never beat that. So make sure you ask for the owner, Brad Culver, and get your 10% discount. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. If it's pizza, it is possible. Twisted Tomato Pizzeria. Yes, yes, yes. And you already, wrong one. You already know what it is. Got to do some shameless plugs real quick. Let me move this banner real fast. Miss BBC has a show. I believe it's this Wednesday. Doors open at 7, showtime at 8 p.m. sharp. Okay, so yeah, Wednesday, July 3rd. That's Rel's birthday. Cancer Gang. Let's go. Yeah. It is Save a Life tour at Beachland Ballroom, 15711 Waterloo Road, Cleveland, Ohio. Make sure you check it out. 1010 DJ Curly, Royal Fire, and Straight Fire will be in the building. Tickets, ticket outlets, Taste of Jamaican, Rich Caribbean Cuisine, Kings and Queens, Culture, and Red Lion. So make sure you check them out. And BBC, our very own BBC, will be in the building doing the damn thing. Make sure you check out the festivities. And you always know at the end of the month, last Thursday of every month, Revival of the Mic will be always at Jilly's Music Room. Make sure you go check it out if you want a strong vibe. Come down to Akron, to Jilly's Music Room for poetry and music. It's always dope. Starts at 7, doors open at 6. It's always a straight vibe. So make sure you check that out, y'all. All right, and we are back. So I got a sound machine on my phone. Like I got like all that shit, right? But sometimes I like one day I was just like, man, I don't even feel like bringing it up, so I stopped bringing it up. I would put it. Listen, I got the some days when the shit be so crazy, I bring it up just to do the bounce. Yeah, like I got all that shit, but I just. Was like whatever. Somebody doing it too much, but I wasn't listening to that. I just got tired of bringing it up because sometimes the computer don't work and all that shit. But let's get into the nitty gritty on our regular topics. I know I told y'all I had a surprise topic for y'all. Listen, the internet has been going crazy because the NBA draft had just happened, right? And everybody's talking about the new N-word is nepotism, which is not a new N-word, but it's been around for centuries. And it's been baffling me how many people have criticized and hated on the situation that happened, right? I actually, because I usually just scroll by on Facebook and don't even waste no energy or nothing like that, but I had to say something on somebody's, because I was like, wait, so you telling me, I'm like, white people been doing this for centuries, so you telling me you mad because one black person did it? Like, come on, get over yourself, kick rocks, right? And he was like, oh, well, what if Trump put his family in? He already did that. What are you talking about, motherfucker? He's like, well, I just don't like it because it's wrong. No, bitch, like, we'll speak out about all that other shit they've been doing for centuries instead of trying to speak out about what LeBron did. Who cares? I was happy that he did that, and he forced his hand to make sure his son got drafted at 55th. This wasn't even the first round, y'all.
Right.
Wasn't even the first round, drafted at 55th.
Right.
Which is not like league minimum, right? So he can play with his son. Something somebody didn't do, which is two different areas. I'm not gonna get into that debate, but I was glad he did it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people was, kind of coming from the other place, like, hey, y'all mad because these fathers set their sons up for success, right? And they was talking about Bron, Coach Prime, and LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball was a clown because of his antics, but he set his sons up for success. So I appreciated him for that. And he was like, oh, you might have had your father in life, but you mad because your father ain't set you up like that. Whatever, blah, 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 right? But then the other thing that I seen is what the surprise, not really surprise, but what I really wanted to go in on, right? We know we just came out of Men's Mental Health Month, which was June. A lot of people didn't know that, okay? Then you had Juneteenth, but of course, everybody knew it was Pride Month. We are friends with the LGBTQ plus community. I love them to death. We talked about them before and all this, that make it make sense episode that I did by myself, just some different things. So I seen this and was like, I want to talk about this. I really wanted to put this one out there, right? It says, y'all hate this. It's got a picture of LeBron with his son sitting next to the scorer's table about to check in, right? It says, y'all hate this. But then on the other side is two pictures. It says, but love this. It's two pictures. Magic Johnson and his son, who is not, his daughter, that was his son at first. And then you got Dwayne Wade under him with his son, now daughter, right? Talking about y'all hate this on the LeBron side, but love this, right? So it's almost one of those make it make sense topics, right? Like, let's make this make sense. You got to love both of these because you accept everybody, and that's what God did. We accept everybody because I'm not nobody's judge, execution or anything like that, and my sin is no greater than their sin. You feel me? So you have to love both of this. You can't hate one and then love the other, which is a thing that's going around. Like, they love that Magic Johnson is supporting his son, that now girl, and Dwayne Wade is supporting his son, now girl. Talk to me, y'all. How do y'all feel about this? Hate this? Y'all hate this, but love this. Like, this speaks volumes to me. So I wanted to bring it to the couch today.
It's a good topic.
Very, very good topic. Very good topic. Yeah. It seems like when it comes to, and I have to go racial first because that's how the thing go. It seems like when it comes to Black people uplifting their children, siblings, friends, or whatever like that, it always brings controversy or whatever. However, if they are uplifting a gay or trans family member or whatever like that, then it's more, it's more accepted. Let me start right here. I don't like when people be like, I don't want to make it because of my father's name, or I don't want to make it because of because my family is famous. Please, Jesus, one of my family members come and like make me, you know what I'm saying? Make me stand out. It's like, why wouldn't you want to? So by him bringing up his son and rearing his son into the, industry where he is, man, that's respectful. If he didn't, could you imagine how much they would shit on him? his son trying to get in and he ain't do nothing for his son to get in or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? What kind of father is he? He probably better, like, it would still be a controversy. However,
absolutely.
however, you feel me? So, however, had his son been gay and he gave that, would they be giving him love then? You know, it's like his son is his son and he's bringing him up. But had he been gay, because when Dwayne Wade let his son, now daughter, come out, and oh my God, it was just like Dwayne Wade got all this, you know what I'm saying, all this stuff that's happened, all this or whatever like that. So it's like, how could one be better than the other? Why is one more accepted than the other? Why, you know, why can't he be praised or uplifted for giving his son? And then he didn't even come out right out the back from the first to the from the 55th. That's a long time. Like, and he probably was like, no, be easy or whatever like that, because they probably could have done it. But why wouldn't y'all praise him like y'all praising Dwayne for letting his daughter live her best life and who she is? You know what I'm saying? Why do we got to be shitting on? And it be mostly the black people that be shitting on black people for doing the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely right. Because, like, just to talk about, I didn't mean to cut you off real quick, Timor. But to talk about the Dwayne Wade aspect, Gabrielle Union was like forgot about until the transition of Dwayne Wade's son,
right? Girl. And then she became this voice.
Front.
Yeah.
She became like the voice and doing these speaking engagements and shit.
But forcing it, still coming off trans supremacy, like forcing people to accept this situation. It's like, we don't have to accept it or we don't. It doesn't even matter. You know what I'm saying? But I just, yeah. Go ahead, T.
Go ahead, T.
We kind of seen this. We've seen this before, but we've seen this not work out in their favor. Because Michael Jordan's son, Marcus Jordan, used to play ball, and he didn't make it. And
nope.
you thinking about one of the greatest basketball players to ever lace him up.
Couldn't get his son on.
So my point is, my son used to play with Bronny with Blue Chips.
Okay.
And I seen his come up. I seen his rise. And Bronny got talent.
He do.
You know what I'm saying? And they're trying to. I think he gonna have a really long career.
I think
because he's coming in with a chip on his shoulder, and he really got something to prove. And that's all you ever need as a competitor. You know, and I think he's going to have a very long-lasting career. He knows the game. He has a very high IQ.
Very high IQ.
He's fundamentally sound. And, you know, in today's game, that's why the Europeans are killing us, so because they're fundamentally sound. And he knows how to play basketball. The thing with D Wade's son and now daughter, everybody has choices and decisions that they make in life, and I accept everybody for who they are. The only problem that I see with that is I feel like the kid was a little too young.
Too young.
So
too young.
Go ahead, finish your thought on that, and I'm gonna say something right after that.
I feel like the kid was a little too young for them to be coming out like that and allowing this kid to make these choices and these decisions. And some of the backstory with that is they just moved to a city that kind of allows kids to have that sex change as far as chopping off the male part to, you know, become. I think they just moved to Cali, something like that. I don't want to get it wrong.
It was a pedophile city too.
They just moved to a city or to a state where they can allow underage kids to basically make that decision for themselves. And my only thing with that is, if that's how you truly feel, if that's what you really want to do, you make that decision when you turn 18, 19, 20. That's my only hang up with it.
I agree.
I think Christian rap artist Bizzle, my guy, God Over Money, said it best. He said that you won't let you won't let your child pick his bedtime, but you let him pick their gender.
Mm,
I'm gonna leave it at that.
mm. That's real.
I'm gonna just leave it
That's
at that
real.
because like that's real. You know what I'm saying? 18, you do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes, like the thing is like we talked about a story on here where the one, I think it was a female, or it might have been a male, but later on they tried to sue the doctor that did the surgery
Yeah.
because they didn't tell him, well, it can be complications, you know,
Yeah.
this, and now they like, well, I want to sue them because they let me do this at such a young age.
And they were having massive complications.
It was having massive complications, and they didn't want to be that anymore.
Yeah.
It was, you know, and I need to look that up to see if they actually won that suit, but it was a lawsuit against them. So, I mean, you know, it's a touchy subject.
Yeah. It's a touchy subject, and I think that it's,
everybody have their opinions. Like I said,
yeah.
I love the LGBTQ plus community because they human. You feel me? I love all humans. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I think that people haven't had enough time to develop, and more it's becoming people like our grandparents. Our grandparents got married at 12 and 13 years old, and they were, but it was a different maturity, and now the maturity is down and the innocence is down, and to be able to make that decision, you don't know, because teenagers today, they love blue one day, next day they love chicken, and they'll tell you chicken is a color, you know. So
my daughter told me today on the phone her favorite color is yellow, and I was like, oh, today is yellow, because like, nigga, I ain't never heard you say yellow. Like, okay, today is yellow. I was like, well, tomorrow's gonna be what, pink and purple again? Yeah. You know, pink and purple, my favorite colors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So I think like
it's like,
hey, instead of instilling something, it's like if you're gay, if you're this person or whatever like that, everything has become a trend. But instead of instilling the fact that yes, my son is going to be drafted in a basketball game, my son is gonna own my business, my son is going to be my CEO or anything like that. This is the focus, and this is more accepted. And in that picture, that speaks volumes of y'all hate this, but y'all love this.
Yeah.
And that's what the world has actually come to. And go ahead.
No, wrap us up on this one, Timor.
It's like they trying to force this down our throat. Really, it's like
absolutely.
They're trying to make especially the black man just as feminine and take everything that makes us a man away from us. I'm gonna make a real quick point. Back in the days, man, Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas was the face of the NBA, and they had this ritual where they would meet at half court and they would kiss before they played every game. They would kiss each other. Magic Johnson and Isaiah Thomas. If you know, Magic Johnson's son is gay, and Isaiah Thomas' son is gay. Both of them were the same age. They used to come to the games, and I always thought that. I wonder, was that the start of that? Seeing them, seeing their fathers kiss each other, was that what led them down that road? I've always wondered that.
Wow. That's a whole nother topic, and I want to get into that because I have so much to say about it. But let's move on because that will go.
Yeah, I know. We'll do the whole episode about that. Real quick, my girl chimed in. She said, my kids try to plan their Halloween costumes in June. And I'm like, dude, by October, you'll be into something else.
No, for real.
That's a fact.
That's for real. Fact. All right. What we got next on the docket, Miss BBC?
The next topic I wanted to talk about is women. And I know women be thinking I'll be coming for women, but that's not what I be doing. It's bringing awareness to some of the stuff that we do. Women misinterpreting male approach, always thinking men are flirting with them, right? So I watch a lot of stuff. I'm always like, watching different videos or whatever. Like I'm a TV person, so I'm seeing little things. I've even done this, like somebody be like, hey, excuse me, queen, whatever, hey, whatever, and I'm like, okay, how you doing? And they're giving me vibes, and then people like, I've had situations where people like to connect themselves onto me because of who I know and what I did, right? And so it would always come off like in a flirtatious way, because that's how people think that they can get you. However, I've had men just be genuinely nice and genuinely connected to me, because I'm good conversation. I'm the perfect home girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm sporty. I'm doing all this or whatever like that. But I see all the time, like where there are situations where men are like, excuse me, hey lady, how you doing? Or hey babe, and women be like, no, I'm not interested, or like just shutting them down. It's like you dropped your wallet on the ground, or let me get the door for you, or whatever. Like I can get it for. No, I'm not interested. You're not even my type, and it's just like you see it all the time. Or sometimes, like I've had a homegirl call me. She be like, "Girl, I was at the thing, and dude was all up. I saw him checking me out, and I'm like that he gay, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was really checking for me. Like, no, but he wasn't, because he has a whole husband, or whatever. And I'm like, I'm finding that sometimes women are in the energy where they're always expecting men to want to talk to them instead of just, taking on the fact that maybe this person is just being genuinely nice. Maybe this person is just being genuinely, a friend or whatever. And Maya Angelou said this thing, like, sometimes women, we connect ourselves onto men and thinking that this man came into my life to be my lover, when possibly he came in to be your brother. He came in to be your guide. He came in to, be that masculine energy that you needed as protection or whatever, instead of always thinking this man is supposed to be my better half, my soulmate, my love, or whatever. And sometimes that's why relationships don't work out between women and men, because people believe that men and women cannot be friends, which is not true. I have a lot of male friends that we don't have any, sensual acts towards each other, but that's my thoughts. What y'all feel about it?
Go ahead, Timur. I'll let you start.
Well,
I'll be right back.
I agree with that aspect of it, man. As far as like, it's a disconnect nowadays, man. And I don't know if it's because of social media and people just forgot how to even just be cordial with one another. Just thinking that if you say, hey, hello, it's you trying to get on or what have you, man. And it makes you kind of just stay in your own lane and just kind of mind your own business, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's where I'll be at with it. Especially being married, man. I just try to lessen the distractions and just keep keep my eye on the prize with these blinders on. You know what I'm saying? These horse blinders. So
right. Listen, I get it, man, but it's funny that you said you started off with the social media aspect, right? I think it's been going on, besides the social media, this been going on for like years. You know what I'm saying? As far as, if you say something nice to a lady, or, you'd be like, hey, how you doing? Where they always assume you're trying to holler at them. I think it's been going on for a while now, where like half the time you just like, so for me, instance, like I like people gravitate towards me and people, talk to me out of nowhere, and I'm just a friendly person. You know what I'm saying? So like I'll spark up somebody spark up a conversation and I'll keep it going. But it's like, it's not because like I think you like you might be attractive. You know what I'm saying? I might think you attractive, but I'm not trying to holler at you. I'm literally just being myself and being nice and just being, a person that is not like the bear. You know what I'm saying? Because that was going around for a minute. Like, as far as like, women would rather be in the woods and see a bear than see some random dude. You know what I'm saying? Like that was going around for a minute. And believe me, I know people can be pieces of shits. You know what I'm saying? Not just men, people, period. And I know a lot of guys are pieces of shits, and I get that. because like I know a lot of women that's been abused and, you know, sexually assaulted and things like that. And I remember I seen a post about that, and I was like, well, I was like, it was on a good friend of mine, female post, and I'm like, well, you know, you'll rather see me in the woods than the bear, because you know I'm just like, hey, where we going? It's dark as fuck. Let's get about these woods. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, and then I've been on other social media platforms where people will use that as like, you know, like as a diss, like, oh yeah, go mess with the bear, you know, because like everybody is not trying to holler at you, you know, and saying vice versa, you know what I'm saying? Just because a woman is nice to a man don't mean they trying to holler at you either, you know what I'm saying?
No, because there's a lot of women out here that are jerks too. There's a lot of bad women out here, a lot of destructive women out here. And people saying that I don't want to be in the woods with no damn bear. Like, you know what I'm saying? And animals, anyway, I don't want to be in the woods with a bear. I don't want to be in the woods at all. I like camping, but I want to be in a whole cabin or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you saw the men coming on doing the video talking about if you were in the woods, would you rather be with your woman or your dog? I would rather be with my puppy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my baby. I love her. But at the end of the day, these conversations is what's separating the relationships between men and women, you know, and women, and then the balance always comes off as men are all bad. Men are all serial killers. Men are all, you know what I'm saying? When it's a lot of women out here too, it's just women are more sneakier. That's why a lot of them haven't got caught yet. But look at these women that beat up their men car when they cheat on them or talk about them or set their house on fire or do all that. That's all massive damage and destruction. You know, like it's real serious. I think that we lose focus on that. It's a lot of bad people, like you were saying.
Yes.
It is a lot of bad people out here. I don't care what. If I'm in the woods, I don't want to be with a bear because we both gonna be hungry and you gonna be trying to eat me. Like, you know, if I'm in the woods with a man or whatever like that, even if he captured me, you know, I mean, if he not accountable or something, but like at least he gonna make sure I eat, you know, like something, you know, hey, like it's gonna be a thing. And I think that I hate when people talk separation because that's what's pushed to the front. When people are not talking about building relationships, building together anymore or whatever like that, that togetherness, let's build a business, that's this. Rather we're in a relationship sensually or as friends or whatever, it's building a disconnection between us. And like TikTok and Instagram, that shit go hard. And it's like women need to find out too, stop always saying, okay, this is relationship energy right here. This might be brother energy right here. This might be homeboy energy. This might be protector energy. Maybe this spirit was sent for something. But you go into it and now you lay down with this person. And who gonna turn down the goodness? Like the goodness is the goodness. Like, you know, it's my favorite word. I'm not gonna say it because it's my favorite word. And everybody been getting a lot of trouble about saying the P word. But it is because it's powerful. It's amazing. Huh?
Who you been getting in trouble by?
Long story.
They in the room?
The mothers and the Rasta.
They in the room?
Huh?
They in the room?
No.
They watching the podcast?
Probably.
Oh.
No.
But the Rastas, the mothers, you know what I'm saying? You have to protect your tongue. You have to can't say so much. But I'm just saying it's very, you know, if you give it to me, of course I'm gonna take it. Like seriously. But it's just like you have to find the focus. We don't take time to get to know each other anymore. And it's like everything is about the physical. And then if you're, you know, and don't get me wrong, I don't believe, like, I'm not saying that if you meet somebody and the chemistry is there, you shouldn't do it, because I'm all about the physical. Like, you know what I'm saying? If it match and it feel good, make it happen. But at the same time, try to see if what that person's meaning is in your life before you automatically think this, or just even automatically thinking somebody's flirting with you, because you know that might not be the case. And I'm a person, I will ask, because I need to, like, I'll be like, okay, you know, if you're trying to do business with me or whatever like that, I'm gonna say, hey, like, if you don't have to flirt, because I want you to know you don't have to do that to do business with me. You don't have to come off in a certain way, because if I feel that the energy is there, it's going to be there, but not just because I automatically like, oh, okay, he flirting with me because, you know, I'm big buddy. I like it. I know you all this goodness, boy. I don't want to be like that.
All right, let's get to the comments real quick. My girl chimed in again.
Oh, yes.
I saw something today that was about how if you think your server bartender is flirting with you, they aren't. They're just doing their job.
They trying to get tips.
Absolutely.
They trying to get tips.
Absolutely. That's what's up. Right.
That's
Absolutely.
I know.
So I think it's just the misconception. I don't even think it's all the social media. Like social media is part of it. It's a big part of it, but I still think it's just a misconception of people being nice and being genuine, because so many people don't be nice and be genuine nowadays. I can talk about the fact when I first moved from the Cleveland area to the Akron area, you know, especially as a Clevelander, you know, we see somebody, especially your brother, you know what I'm saying? We'd be like, hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yep.
You know, and motherfuckers
everybody did it too. Everybody was like,
you know what I'm saying? And we do the, you know, the head nod or whatever. You know, come on, brother, you know, and you know, motherfuckers will look at you like, you talking to me? Like, yeah, I was saying, what's up? How you doing? Like, what you mean?
We're not used to that anymore because everybody's so distant.
What you mean? Like, ain't nothing up. Because I beat your ass. I'm just saying what's up because you another black brother I see. So I'm gonna greet you like we supposed to be greeting each other. You know what I'm saying? So it's that thing where you can't greet people or even be nice or genuine to people because like that's just who I am, you know. Because I remember one of my exes was like, "Oh, you super flirty." I'm like, "For real?"
No, I get that all the time.
Super flirty, and I'm like, I really wasn't flirting with them. Like, I mean, if I wanted to fuck them, I'll fuck them. But like, that wasn't my intention. I'm literally just being nice to people.
No, I get that all the time.
You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have people be genuinely nice to them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we forgot, and it just goes back to what Timur said about customer service. People have genuinely made it extinct not to be nice to each other. Everything, because if you look social media, the negative, the most rudest, the most all that shit that get clout, and it'll go on forever. Customer service, politeness, you know, just like upliftment, being happy to see somebody or whatever, like, you know. And I'm always happy to see people, and I'll be like, oh, there go my baby. I have people be like, hey, my love, or whatever like that, and they're like, what's wrong with you? You know, like people are not used to people being good to them. People not even used to being good in relationships. I don't know if any of you, well, you married, but like even getting with somebody and it's like, hey, you know, just being genuinely nice and good morning and loving and everything like that. They like, it's too good to be true. Like if somebody's being good to you, this person is not a good person because they're used to being in shitty ass relationships.
Yeah,
you know,
it's something there. I know it's a hidden agenda. Like what? Like no.
Yeah.
So true.
What you say, man?
It's in real time, man. It's like the radio. It's dying. People have forgotten how to really interact with one another because we so used to doing this. They didn't forget how to just even be cordial or kind to one another. You know what I'm saying? And how to even receive it because you just so used to doing this, man. And it's like, you know, the electronics, the internet, the social media, it's a gift and a curse.
Absolutely.
At the same time, you know, because it really takes away that personal interaction from how things used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like since I've gotten married, man, I've actually become nicer.
Okay.
The energy, man, you know, my wife, she helped me. I wasn't so bubbly. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
I wasn't
right,
so,
okay.
Yeah, so much of that wasn't my demeanor. I was always laid back in the cut and just kind of, you know, going about my day. But since I've gotten married, I don't know, man. Some of this love that rubbed off on me, and I just
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I just be having random white people come up to me like, "Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, sir?"
I'm like, "Hey, how you doing, man?"
right.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say that because it made me instantly think of so many men don't know when a woman is hitting on them, right?
Oh man,
like seriously. Like, so it's like, how do you assume that the man is always hitting on you when so many men do not know when a female is actually hitting on them?
No,
You know
Sure
what I'm
did,
saying?
that's
Like, it's
true.
been plenty of times where chicks would tell me, like, you know, she was hitting on you. I'm like, for real, man, she was just being nice. Like, no, she like you. Like, no, she just being nice. Like, we don't be knowing. So why do you assume that we automatically hitting on you just because we being nice? We can barely tell when a woman is interested in us. You
That's
know
so
what I'm
true.
saying?
And
That's
women,
so
we
true.
flirt. Women don't flirt as, I mean, like, I saw this comedian talking about like how many times have a ugly woman flirted with you or a beautiful woman, because most women don't flirt like right off back, you know, or whatever. And men are known to flirt with women first or whatever. And I think if it didn't happen, because women, we're taught to, when I was raised, and my father, a man should always approach you, whatever. Like a lot of us are raised like that. So, and the whole aspect of everything, you thinking, I'm really not like that. What I feel is what I feel, and what comes out sometimes. It's not raunchy or anything like that, but I will flirt. Like I'm a person, like I might send you a drink across the bar or whatever like that, or maybe send you some chicken wings or something. I don't know. Like, what do you eat?
That's my type of woman right there.
I'm
that
like,
girl.
if you send me a drink or send me some chicken wings, then I know you flirting.
Yeah,
that's a clear sign.
That's a clear sign.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a clear sign. You trying to feed me? Are you trying to feed me so you can? So then I can feed you to,
No, I'm a straight sunshine you, like for real. And because I'm very honest. I feel like life is too short. I don't want to ever wait to say like, or feel like if I miss my moment type thing. I don't ever want to say that. So if I see somebody, you're beautiful, or something like that. Like I tell men that, like, if I'm feeling you, I'm feeling you. If I want you, I want you. That's definitely who I am. It doesn't come off aggressive or anything. Trust me, I'm very shy. I'm very bashful. Even though people don't believe that because I'm in the public eye and everything, but I'm super, super shy, dainty, submissive. However, in certain aspects, I just believe in speaking my piece, because like, what if we never see each other again? And, no, I want to definitely say what I need to say to who I needed to say it to.
That's
absolutely.
That's super dope, man. And honestly, sometimes as men, we need to hear that.
Yeah.
Because we go so hard, we do so much, most of us, man, and just to get told, hey, you nice looking, or you got a nice smile, man, it go a long way.
It does. It's like,
yeah.
People think that like men are human too. Like I'm always, because my cousin used to always like, you emasculate your man. And I was like, how? She like, you telling him he beautiful, and he's telling me like, oh baby, you look sexy today, or you're doing this or whatever. I'm like, no, who don't want a compliment? Like I'm a high fiver.
We want compliments too. Shit.
Yeah, I'm like, men need to be, I want to be rubbed on. He want to be rubbed on. Like his feet need to be, I'm that person. But I grew up around relationships, and so it's a whole thing that I think people lose that. Women especially, they really lose that. They want all the benefits because they feel like they're supposed to have it, and they forget to give those things. No, so when you're feeling like you're lacking, when a lot of people be like, I was a good woman, I talk about this all the time. I cook, I clean, I did this, but like, did you listen? Did you give compliments? Did you really overstand his bad day, or did you make it about you? Did you pay attention to his depression, or whatever like that? He walking around with an attitude. Well, why? Does he have an attitude? Is he depressed? Right. Does he feel broken at this moment? Those are the things. I have a lot of brothers. I see a lot, with the masculine energy. So I'm always the advocate for masculine energy. And a lot of women think that I'm against women, but it's not. It's just the things that you thought were important as a woman, you're not looking. And I can't read them. I don't know how, but I know how to see things because I've been around men all of my life, different levels of men at that. So, and embracing of that, like my guy friends and even married ones come to me to communicate, come to me to say, I got a raise today. Or whatever. I told you first because you were going to give me the cheer that I needed or whatever. Mm-hmm. That makes me feel amazing, but we got to learn the balance of, is this or is it that? Am I doing the right things or whatever like that? Communicating, giving customer service in our relationships. You know what I'm saying? That's super important because a lot of people don't have it. You know, so like you saying, you go to Chick-fil-A to feel like a king or whatever like that. Those are things that you can use in your relationships as well. But I'm not going to get into that because I'll go into a whole nother subject. And it was really about women need to stop thinking men are flirting with them and everything is about a relationship.
Yeah, I think that's the disconnect, though. When you break that down, BBC, the disconnect is it takes a special woman to really know how to serve and really connect with that man, because a woman is so used to being pursued that I don't think they really take the time out to really understand what a man, wants and needs are.
No,
Because
for real.
they're so used to being chased and pursued.
Yeah.
So I think that's where some of that disconnect come in at.
It's true.
And we definitely want compliments. The other day, my daughter was like, "Daddy, you handsome." I'm like, "Oh, shit, thank you, baby."
Made your day. You know what I'm saying?
I know.
Yeah.
For sure. She
It's
like, you
important.
handsome. She like, you handsome. You're not beautiful because you're a man. So you handsome, Daddy. I'm like, thank you, little baby.
No, it's important. It's important.
And she be on it. She know when I need that.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. All right, so let's get to this last topic of the night. Your thoughts. Oh, I've been waiting on this one. I've been waiting on this one. So I just want to get y'all thoughts on this one, y'all. All right. So first question. Is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire?
Man, unless he has some type of physical disability, you got to know how to change a tire, man.
Okay.
It's some things that come along with just being who we are. Mm-hmm. Taking out the trash, changing the tire, going to get the oil change. Like, it's just washing the cars, vacuuming out the cars. It's just certain things that come along with the roles that we play.
No, absolutely.
And if you a grown man that don't know how to change no tire, man, I mean, I'm gonna pray for you, brother.
Okay.
BBC.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I don't think. Okay, because my father taught us how to change tires as girls at a very young age. So does that make me masculine because I know how to change a tire and I know how to fix on a car? No. Not at all. So I feel like everybody have their specialties. You know what I'm saying? Some people have stuff that they can do, and some people, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people can do it. Some people can pay people to do it. I don't think you're less than a man if you can't fix a tire. Okay. Now, what would make you less of a man to me is if you know that I have a flat tire and you leave me out there fixing my flat tire by myself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Hand me some tools. You know what I'm saying? Do something like make sure you got my back, or call your homeboy like, no, I got a homeboy that's a mechanic. You ain't about to be down there, you know what I'm saying, getting dirty, even though you know how to do it. Let me call my homeboy to make sure it can get done. Like, I would prefer that, even if you can't fix a tire. Please just make sure that you still have AAA for a sister. You know what I'm saying? Or something. Who said something about me?
Keep talking. I'll read the comments.
Okay, I'm just trying to. I saw my name. So at the end of the day, I just feel like I don't feel like you're a sucker, or I don't feel like you're less than a man. Okay. I just feel like have the ability to make sure that even if it's your car, you got AAA, you got something that somebody can come help you to do it.
Okay. All right. Well, Lisa chimed in and said, yes, BBC hit that nail on the head. That's what she said. I wanted you to finish. I know you get distracted. I should have waited.
Yeah, because I'm like, wait, that's how I am.
All right, this ain't it. That ain't it. Is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a home cooked meal from scratch?
Who said that?
That's part of it.
Oh shit.
It's the same thing.
No,
talking about it.
I don't think that at all. A lot of people just can't cook. And I know people that tried and went to cooking classes and tried to learn from it, and that wasn't their niche. You know what I'm saying? So, because I know a lot of men can cook. And to me, And life, I grew up cooking. I'm a cook. People love my cooking. I cook for people, events. However, I prefer for a man to cook because some men cook better, especially in the Caribbean. I'm sorry, because people can't stand when I say that. That's why. Anyway, but it's true. I think men cook better than most women. And so I don't think if he can cook and I clean, or, you know what I'm saying, something like that, because nothing is 50-50 when it's in a relationship anyway. One person is going to do something better. So if he can cook, dang, more power to you. Don't make you a less of a woman, but, you know, as long as you bring in other things to the table.
Okay, T Moore, what says you? You like how I set that up?
I like that. So in my household, my wife is the cook. She does a thing in the kitchen. I wouldn't say that is less than, but I prefer my woman to cook.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Because I'm a foodie, man. I like to eat. You know what I'm saying? I could cook certain things, but sometimes it's that woman touch, man. That woman season, that it's all in that wrist, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, but yeah, so I set it up like that on purpose. Like I don't even want to give y'all the whole thing. I wanted to give y'all half and then half. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because like, is a man less of a man if he can't change a flat tire? And then is a woman less of a woman if she can't cook a meal from scratch? You know what I'm saying? Because like it's almost like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that. Hey, I see where you went. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like it was definitely a setup question to the simple fact of everybody got different qualities. You feel me? Yeah. Now, if you can't microwave something, like, oh man, hold up. Like, cause like I know females that can't cook to save their fucking life. Like, and then don't want to learn how to cook or don't want to read a recipe or anything. And then I don't know too many men that don't know how to change a flat tire. I remember one day I couldn't get the fucking lug nut off because that bitch was like
too
tight than a bitch. We had to throw WD-40 on that bitch, you know what I'm saying? But that's why I set it up like that, because everybody does have different roles, you know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, as far as the cooking aspect, most chefs are men. So they can come for you all they want, Miss BBC, but most head chefs or chefs are men. You know what I'm saying? So like when people say, like when females say, oh, a man shouldn't be cooking, fuck is you talking about? You go to the restaurant and the motherfucker cooking your meal is a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so it's like that thing of if you call AAA, you know what I'm saying, because you don't want to change your tire because you got a suit on or whatever, and then a female roll up, that's the AAA, is you go stop and like help them and do it yourself, or you go let them get your money's worth. You know what I'm saying? It's so many. It's like society got people so fucked up now. It's like, oh, hold up, a girl came up, but she got the AAA van and she about to change my tire, and I'm out here as a man, and I ain't changing my own tire. Like, nah, that's bullshit. I'm a helper. Blah blah blah. Motherfucker, you paid for AAA. Let her do the job. She don't want your help. That's why she took the AAA job. Shit. Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna say this. Unless if you are a housewife, right? And your job is to make sure, you know, the house is taken care of, you know, dinner, everything like that, the kids eat, the husband eat. It's like you probably want to get on that. You know what I'm saying? To me, if hire somebody to come in and cook every day, bring your sister over, cook. Lie. I mean, if you got to, like, baby, I cooked you breakfast, lunch, and dinner, do whatever. If that's your job, because I can't stand to see people that are supposed to be housewives always not do the jobs. Because being a housewife is the hardest shit in the world to me.
Stop. Like, you triggering me. Stop it.
I'm sorry. You know, so, I get
my girl Lisa was like, okay, here's my thing. You can YouTube anything, cars, cooking, anything, which you can. So
that's true, but some people don't have skills.
You definitely triggered me. That shit, that's hilarious. So what you said, that's fucking hilarious.
But I'm gonna leave it alone.
No, you good. No, you good. I was fucking with you, but wasn't fucking with you. You know.
No, for real. I was about to really go into something, and I got to get off of here because I want to go. It's after my time, and I'm for real. You know, I'll go in and then you'll go in, and Timor, he already going in with us. Like sometimes we don't get people that just really go in with us. Like, no, but for real. So we'll be on here all damn night, like for real.
We will. This will fuck around to be a 3-hour episode.
I'm telling you. And you ain't got the baby tonight, and he got his whole family. People got stuff to do. Look, my puppy, she's sitting right here. I don't know if y'all can see her. She's sitting right there, like,
I seen her walk back and forth a couple times.
She like, I haven't had my last walk yet. Like, what are you doing?
Right. No, I get you. No, but that's what's up, though. Yeah, definitely another great episode. T Moore, man, thanks for coming to the couch, man. I can't wait to do the podcast with you, bro.
Man, absolutely.
We'll definitely have to bring you back and we'll just do some topics all together and shit. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it. Two
podcasts is better than one. You know, that's how I look at it. Shit, you know. But hey, give them your information again, how they can follow you on Facebook, Instagram, and then how they can check out the podcast.
Okay, the name of the show is Thoughts and Visions. It's on YouTube, Spotify, and Black Box. My IG page is hold on. Let's see here. I want to get it right. My IG page is actually get out the way. It is Timor. If they put in Timor,
okay.
They put me right on up. It's,
okay, they put Timor on IG. Okay.
Yep, on IG, and it's Terrence Moore on Facebook.
All right, cool. Bet. All right, man. That's what's up. So we always do this one thing. We always do the close, something you can ponder on. Because I ain't got my echo today. Usually my daughter, she will stop what she doing when this time come up because she my echo. So I appreciate that, BBC. So something you can ponder on until the next time you see us on Facebook or YouTube under Just Therapy the podcast, or hear us next day on Spotify under Just Therapy. And I'm gonna have you break this down, Timor, in your own words. But here is your something you can ponder on. It's funny because like that's how my daughter be sounding. It's hilarious. All right, here we go. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence. All right, I'm gonna read that one more time. Perfection is not attainable, but if we chase perfection, we can catch excellence.
I agree with that 100%.
Break it down in your own words. What you think?
I agree with that 100% because it's just like practice makes perfect. You know, working on your craft and putting in the work. You know, if you think about your very first show that you did to the show that you're doing today, a total difference.
Yeah. Definitely.
So as long as you keep working at that craft, pursuing that craft, and putting the work in. I've had some days where I really feel like I had a perfect show. Mm. I've had some days where I feel like, damn, I could have did better in this area, this area, this area, this area. Mm. You know, so I 100% agree with that logic. You know, just continue to keep putting in the work, and you know, every day is not going to be perfect. Not every day, but you know, you'll get damn close.
Absolutely, that's what's up. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Thanks for coming to the couch, man. It's been a pleasure having you on, man. Great conversation. That's why we end up going over 2 hours, but we good. It's my shit. So
it's been a long time since we went this long.
It has. No, yeah, definitely pleasure to have you. Real quick, all the couchers, we will not be here next Monday because Lil Mama's birthday is Tuesday on the 9th. So happy birthday, Lil Mama. Y'all can send me messages on Facebook if y'all want to wish her a happy birthday. I'll read them to her and all that good shit. She ain't gonna know who the fuck you are, but she will be like, "Oh, I know who I know them." And she lying, but either way,
why do you gotta say that part? Like, just so
it's the truth. Like
I'm just saying,
but you know, I speak the truth. I can't lie. So we will be out next week, but we will return the following week after my birthday, which is next Friday on the 12th. Cancer Gang in the building.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
cancer.
Yeah. So and then T Moore's is on the 8th. So happy birthday!
No, mine's the same as the daughter.
The 9th. The 9th. That's right. Yeah. Yours is on the 9th. So happy birthday to you, brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Next
same
Tuesday,
to you,
man. So happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. May God continue to bless you and your podcast, man. Big fan, man. Just from talking to you today, man. Big fan.
I appreciate that, brother, man.
Definitely. For sure. BBC, send us out, baby. Come on.
If no one has told you today, I love you, I believe in you, and I want you to win.
Hey,
Peace.
as always, you already know what it is. One thing you can never get back is time. And I want to thank you for spending your time on the couch with us tonight. We will see you in 2 weeks, y'all. Peace.
Bye.
God willing, we'll see y'all next time. T-More, thanks again, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Timor.
No doubt,
When
man.
I'm gonna be on the podcast, man. But we out, man. Y'all have a good rest of the week, man. Happy birthday to you again, brother.
Appreciate you, brother. Same to you.
Gone.
Bye-bye.
Hey.
Welcome to Just Therapy, where we talk about life with a comedy twist. With your hosts, comedian Sean Boyd, Antonio Ferguson, and Miss KT. We talk about a whole bunch of shit from politics to people actually taking shits. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the therapy session. Man, this be dope. Make a motherfucker want to rap. I can't rap, man. Hold on, here we go. I can't rap. I really can't. But come sit down on the couch with us. Man, I can't rap. Come to the couch. Enjoy the show. Let's go.